I'm Shona Scales, the Programme Manager for the Mayor of London's Crystal Palace National Sports Centre redevelopment project. We're leading a comprehensive refurbishment and redevelopment of the 1960s estate, including the Grade 2 star listed building behind me. We're working with Beyond the Box to help us deliver one of our key project objectives, which is to create a truly accessible and inclusive centre, a centre for everyone.
So my name is Taja and I'm an equity designer on this project.
My name is Ediz Ali. I am an equity designer.
I applied to be equity designer at Crystal Palace because I'm interested in inclusive design, and when I saw this opportunity I felt like it was suited towards me.
With these sessions we are working with younger participants ages 12 to 14, understanding how they use the spaces and if there's any problems they're facing as a result of the facilities.
I think that inclusion and accessibility is important overall rather than just at Crystal Palace, and we don't have that as a design regulation where I feel like it should be, where the building is designed for every user rather than the general population.
Hi guys, my name is Jaden. I've been working with Beyond the Box for a couple months now. With this project, we have helped give the designers enough intel to help with their designing and help build up this centre to become the greatest that it could be.
Hi, my name is Jamila Dowda and I'm a sports leader working with Beyond the Box.
Hi, my name is Sam, I'm 19. I'm currently studying architecture at the University of Cambridge and I'm an equity designer. And what that basically means is that I'm ensuring that people feel comfortable and the space is accessible for them.
I'm Zara, I'm 23 and I work in the music industry.
My name is Nima, I'm 18 and I'm in year 13.
It's so cool that there's so many different facilities, and I can see that it just needs an upgrade and it would be perfect.
But from somebody who I think hasn't been here before, I think it'd be easier if there are more entrances into the park. I started this role because I found that it's really centred towards inclusion and accessibility, and I find that sport is literally for everyone. I don't think it should be an elitist thing, and also we're getting feedback on how they find the space and their experience, and getting that first-hand understanding on how the space can be upgraded in a way that makes it more accessible and inclusive for everyone to come and use the space and feel invited.
When we think about architecture, we tend to think about the client and the building and then the client and the architect. I think we shouldn't do that. I think we should really understand how people literally move around the space, and by doing that we can really appreciate, because that's their lived experience and that doesn't compete with any site research that we could ever do.
My name's Elliot. I work for Erect Architecture and we are designing the public realm surrounding the National Sports Centre. Access and inclusion is super important to this project because we really want to allow all user groups, all people to access the facilities here at Crystal Palace Park. Today we presented our landscape proposals to a group of young Londoners who are all aspiring architects and interior designers from Ravensbourne University.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'm a third-year architecture student at Ravensbourne. I really like looking around and seeing these impressive columns and just on the structure of the area, learning about how circulation works. I'd say the biggest takeaway for me was seeing how this is a space with so much potential and thinking about what they could do with the refurbishment.
Really, it's just super helpful to get their feedback through the lens of access and inclusion.
So I'm Jason Martin. I'm a partner here at Watkins Brown Architects. We are design team leads and the architects for the Crystal Palace National Sports Centre project, and we've been working on it since, for about three years.
Hi, I'm Layla. I'm a year 3 architecture student at Ravensbourne. We found it quite a struggle in terms of signage and how to actually get to the site in the first place. And then going from level to level, we found it hard as well because everything was so dark and narrow, and it was really hard to understand where everything was on the site.
I think this initiative has been really helpful for us and hopefully for the students. So from our perspective, so we've learned from them, and I'd like to think that the students have benefited from our industry knowledge and have come to understand a bit more about how the professional world operates.
Hello, my name is Darren. I'm a sports leader here at Beyond the Box.
So my name is Gideon.
I'm an equity designer for Beyond the Box. I work with kids. It's good to see like how they perceive the environment as well, because obviously it's going to be different from when an adult was doing it.
Hello, my name is Ashaya Patrick. Currently, I play for Crystal Palace under 18s and I'm a sports leader at Beyond the Box.
Hi, I'm Barakat and I'm an equity designer.
The experience has truly been amazing. We've got lots of opportunities. We've had lots of meetings discussing on what we're going to do to really elevate the plan and the idea that's going ahead.
Crystal Palace National Sports Centre is such a big part of London history, and we think it's really important that everybody gets to enjoy it to its full capacity.
Because this is trying to create a centre for all, it's really important to get as many different voices on board as we can.
Today was a great session listening to the ideas of the equity designers and the sports delivery partners and their ideas for the centre. They were inspiring and ideas that we can definitely take into the project and challenge ourselves as a delivery team about what we can do to better the centre, both in the short term and in the long term.
My biggest takeaways from today are engagement is really hard, I think, when you're in the thick of design. And so getting outside people to do it for you who have no kind of deadlines or aren't vying for a specific kind of answer gives you this kind of all-rounded insight that we gathered today. And I think that's really special.
All projects, especially all community projects, need to start with authentic engagement, and co-design, co-equity designers is definitely the way to go.
I think for me it was an amazing opportunity for myself as a young designer to be a part of such an amazing project of helping the community and just trying to provide solutions for positive change to what has to a facility that has so much potential.
So some interesting ideas about how space can be used, how you flow around spaces, how you get people into the space that wouldn't normally take part in sport. I found it really exciting session. I'll take a lot away from this. I'll feed it into how the team develop. Sometimes when you're developing projects, you get your head down and you're worried about budgets or you're worried about timescales, and you forget to look up, talk to other people and get those new ideas. So the new ideas today have really kind of given me an extra drive to push this forward and make the centre work.
My biggest takeaways from today is that you can design a building from theory, but when you experience the space and speak to the users of the space, get a completely different design and more problems arise, more solutions need to be made.
To see how they grow and develop, not just in the project and the activity that they do, but to see them grow and develop as individuals, it's amazing.
I would say the My Palace program is such a valuable thing for the young people, but also the professional atmosphere as well. When we speak about professionals and when we speak about architecture, we tend to exclude the sort of equity designers, people like us, where we really should be sat at a table and having these conversations. Because in actual fact, it's all good and well if we have all of this engagement, all of these ideas, but what will actually happen with them? Will they be used in practice? Will they be used in design? That's what I'm most interested about, listening and really understanding if we're able to actually take this into fruition and understand how it will actually work in that space. And I think it will be so powerful for the equity designers, for the sports leaders, to see the things that they've worked on actually fabricate, and they'll be able to experience it themselves.
The My Palace programme has also unlocked opportunities for the cohort in their respective industries, from networking to roundtable events with senior stakeholders, mentoring and CV workshops, and even job offers, which is brilliant news. The insights and ideas presented have been excellent, from kinetic flooring, where the community can see the power of their collective energy and efforts, to murals and artwork which reinforce identity and foster a sense of belonging in the centre, to more practical aspects like storage and informal seating, courtside and pitchside. and clarity of wayfinding. There's an enormous amount to take away to help make the project a more inclusive, more accessible and more equitable experience for all.